Hey beautiful! Welcome back to my tarot channel. If this is your first time here, I'm Roya. I am an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. Now my dear, hope you're having an amazing day and everything is going fine with you. If today's not the best day, I'm sending you tons and tons and tons of positive energy, and I hope everything will be well soon. Now, guys, I'm back after a few days, and first of all, let me tell you guys, I've missed you so much. I don't know about you, but for me, being away for a week truly feels like a couple of months, and I just have this desire to connect with you guys again, to make videos for you guys again, and truly, when I'm away for some time, I always feel like I'm missing something. So I hope you guys had a wonderful week. I was away for my health, but I am back again. And yeah, I hope that we can start off making new videos again with great energy together. Now, my dear, this is gonna be a pretty long video because it's all about who will you marry, who's your future spouse, but the 3+hour version. So this is a very detailed one. For every niche pal, I'm gonna do a 1+hour reading in which we're gonna go through different questions regarding your future spouse, and at the end of every single pile, I'm also gonna get you guys some candle wax, and we're gonna do a candle wax reading to get any messages which are meant for you to know. And yeah, they're definitely gonna be welcomed. So at the end, I'm also gonna create a space for just any message for you to come through. Now, the different criterias I would like to go through are, first of all, we're going to start off with an archetype, what archetype your future spouse represents, and then we're going to look into what you will love about them. We're also going to look into their personality, character, who they are, and also I would like to talk about your guys' relationship, anything you should know about it. As you can see or hear, a lot of things we have prepared for today. So please get yourself something to drink or something to eat. And yeah, relax, enjoy. Let's start, my dears. So, as always, I have 3 pals you can choose from. This is pal 1, this is pal 2, and this is pal 3. All the piles today are the Lover's card. As always, my dear, please feel free to pause the video, or you can also meditate on the cards if you feel like you need a little bit more time to choose. You will find all the timestamps in the description box, but of course also in the comment section. And as always, my dear, please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not everything may resonate with you. But yeah, having said that, let's begin. Hey pal one, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse, my dear? What information do you need to know about this person? Now, as I said also in the introduction, if you haven't done so far, definitely get yourself something to drink or something to eat because this is going to be a long one. I've also here's some tea for myself. This is some dandelion tea, so you may also hear me sip on it every now and then. But yeah, let's start with your reading. First of all, my dear, I would like to get you one archetype oracle card to see what archetype your future spouse embodies. Let's look into it. Let's see what do you need to know about them. For my beautiful pile 1, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? Let's see. Okay, we have one card coming through, and we have the slave archetype, and it says, Surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. Wow, this is a very powerful card to get first, okay? Now, with this card being here, the first thing I'm getting is that this is someone who has a lot of trust in life. This is someone who believes that life is on their side and that life has the best intentions towards them. You know, there are people who just have this incredible trust that, you know, everything is going to be okay, everything will turn out to be better, or their life journey is one that they can trust in, like have trust in, because whatever they may believe in, God, the universe, let's say life in general, you know, has their back. And this is what I'm getting for this person here as well. They definitely are very, I'm hearing, deeply rooted as well, which is also very interesting. This could be someone who's also very grounded, by the way. And I just feel like someone who does not have many fears. I mean, of course, you know, I think every human being, most of us probably have fears, which of course is also normal. But when we look at this person, it seems like there is not a lot that can um, shake them like that, you know, because this is for me, okay? This is for me something that's coming from experience. This is someone who has seen a lot, who has experienced a lot. And, you know, once you have experienced a lot, it can be the case that many things aren't that fearful anymore to you because you have seen it, you have heard about it, you have, you know, experienced it. So this unknown uncertainty goes away with experience. And this is something that I'm also getting here with your future spouse. So there could be someone who is also, by the way, pretty experienced. Let me see. Also, another thing I would like to mention here, sometimes when people don't have so much trust in life, they feel like they need to control everything. Because sometimes the desire to control actually comes from insecurity or from the fact that, you know, they just want to have the, yeah, kind of the, they want to be in the driver's seat, right? They don't want to meet anything unexpected. But when we control everything, we don't create a space for, let's just say, like magic to happen, or for the universe to also have a little bit of playroom, you know, like a playground to surprise us with. And I feel like when it comes to your future spouse, they're definitely someone who can let go. They're not someone who is overly controlling like that, but actually someone who knows. I'm hearing the wisdom of going with the flow. Yeah, this is beautiful because the energy itself, you know, is very inspiring. It's kind of like it inspires us to also look into our own life and to see where we mm, need to let go a little bit, you know, because maybe we have too much control somewhere because we just don't want to lose a grip. But this energy is actually inspiring us to be more, I'm hearing, light-hearted, to not be so serious, but to actually have trust that in this journey that we call life, we are also supported. And this is something that actually is very, very beautiful. Another thing, my dear pal one, I would like to mention here about your future spouse is I feel like this is someone who's not scared to be a little bit different, or someone who is not scared to do what is right to them, even if it may not make a lot of sense to others. As long as it makes sense to them, they're okay with it. So, someone who's not scared to walk the path less traveled, someone who knows what they want. And this is like, generally speaking, all the messages that we got so far are pointing out that this is someone who is actually a very strong character. They have trust, which is something which can be very, very difficult. Okay, a lot of people are struggling with having trust in life and letting go like that. And therefore, they have this extra need to control, right? So, this is a very difficult task that this person has mm, conquered in a way. And in addition to that, they also are not scared to shine differently or honestly be their authentic true self. There is something about this person which will definitely inspire you as well. Let me tell you that, my dear. For some reason, this card is giving me the inspiration archetype as well. I don't think there is a card in this which is called inspiration, but just talking energy wise, I really feel like they are coming forward and there is something about them which leaves you very in awe, to also bring out those sides of you that you may sometimes hide away from society or maybe from people because you feel like, okay, that weird side of me, and I say weird like that, that weird side of me, maybe it's not that accepted, or maybe I should not really show too much like different energy. I should just, fit in. But you did not come here to fit in, my dear. Absolutely not. And this is what this person has understood, that they came here to express themselves and not to dim their light so other people feel more comfortable. Another thing I would like to talk about here is I feel like, my dear pal one, your future spouse could be someone who I'm hearing they definitely have their own style. This is interesting that I'm getting some like physical appearance energy coming through, but I really feel like this person, they go with their own like sense of fashion. They wear what they like, they wear what they think fits them, and I also feel like this person could either go, yeah, they could either go for like earthy colors or also print energy, yeah, also printed stuff. But they're definitely very, very comfortable. That's something I'm getting. This person is very comfortable in what they're wearing and overall in who they honestly are, who they are as a person. When this person one yeah in the near future or later on in life, when they become like older, they will not have a lot to regret. And this is a pretty like big statement because this person is not scared of doing what they know to be right. So I really feel like this person is living a life that is very courageous, and they definitely prioritize themselves, that's for sure. And this person has to go their own way. If they don't, then it will be a very inauthentic life. I love this person's energy. Yeah, I would say very, very special person. Someone who is gonna bring out your, I would say, your side or that side of you that you may hide from the world, but a side of you that wants to be seen and heard. This is the kind of person who's gonna inspire to bring it out, that's for sure. Another thing, my dear pile one, I would like to say, I'm getting some more messages coming through regarding the physical appearance. There is something about this person's hair. So maybe they have a hair color that you really like, or maybe their hair type, or just something about their hair. Maybe you're gonna find it very attractive, or you're gonna think that their hair actually looks very good on them. I know, very random message, but it's coming through here as well. So I need, of course, to speak about it. And yeah, that's also something I'm getting here. And another thing, this is a very specific message, so it doesn't have to resonate with everyone. But for someone watching, it can either be the case that your future spouse is going to have big hands or big feet. All right. Should we get another card? Let's get you guys another archetype. I don't know why, but for you guys, I really feel like going with two. Look at that. And the second card we have is the Mystic archetype, and it says revels in intimate in excuse me, I just sipped my tea. In intimate union with the divine. So, what I find very interesting is that in both these cards, we have the divine coming through. This is very interesting, very interesting. So, the message, what I'm getting here is I really feel like this is someone who is highly connected. Now, this person could be very deeply connected to their spirit guides. Maybe they already have embarked on a spiritual journey, but even if they have not, I definitely see that in this lifetime, their spiritual journey will grow in importance to them, and it will play a big role, a huge role in their life. So, this is, first of all, very, very interesting. But even honestly, if this mystic energy did not come through, just looking into their previous message as well, and this trust that I talked about that they have, this extreme trust in life, it makes a lot of sense. This person, whether they know it consciously or subconsciously, but they know they are supported and they are protected, and this is a very, very specific message, so take it how it resonates. But for some of you guys, if you believe in past life, it could be the case that this person in a past life even was some kind of like mystical, one second. Okay, yeah, some kind of like, I'm hearing teacher, like a spiritual teacher, a mystic. Yeah, there was another lifetime in which this person has led their life with their spirituality and also taught a lot to others, or definitely their spirituality was a huge part, and this is coming forward here as well. It could be one of their like previous lifetimes. This person's soul, this person's higher self is very knowledgeable, and even, if this person, of course, came into this lifetime with a little bit of, I mean, forgetting everything right about their previous lives and all, still I feel like there have a lot of sides to them which are embodying um, something that they have experienced in previous lives. So, for example, it could be the case that this person is someone who's also very spiritually gifted, and in a previous lifetime, they actually developed those spiritual gifts, or they use them a lot, and there is still a connection there, which in this lifetime, this person will experience one way or another. Very interesting. Now, my dear, what I like to do next is I would like to dive a little bit deeper into the topic of, yeah, who you will marry, who your future spouse is. So let's look into their personality or characters, traits that they have. Anything you need to know about them is welcome. So let's see. For my beautiful pile one, what do you need to know about your future spouse? So the first card we have is the Page of Pentacles, turned over. Oh my goodness. We have the Five of Cups that just fell like that, okay? In reverse, by the way. The Knight of Wands. The Nine of Cups. All right, one card fell. Let me get it. The Eight of Cups. Oh, let me... 1 second. I'm gonna make a little bit more space for the cards so you can see all the cards better. All right. Oh my goodness. The Three of Wands. The King of Swords. And let's get you guys one last card. Okay, we have actually 2 cards coming through. But I only want 1 card. Only 1, please. Okay. And we have the Four of Wands. All right. At the back of the deck, the Two of Wands here. Okay. So, my dear pile one, what else do you need to know about your future spouse? The first thing I would like to know something about their personality or who they are. This is definitely someone who's very like future oriented. This is something I would like to start with. This is someone who, you know, it could be the case that, yeah, I think it has something to do with the fact that I already talked about it. This person knows what they want, so they know where they want to be in the future. This is someone who's very confident. This is someone who's not lost. Someone who knows exactly what journey is ahead. However, they don't control it like that, but they actually have trust that the universe will guide them through it. So I really feel like if something doesn't go as planned, this is not someone who will panic, but this is actually someone who will have trust in, the changes that the universe has planned for them. So this is a very adaptable person. Another thing I would like to say here. Also, my dear, one thing you should know about them, they love traveling. That's another thing I'm getting. This could even, this could even be someone who has done a lot of different things. So, for example, They could have done like van life or traveling by car. Another thing, maybe backpacking or taking a flight somewhere that they just randomly, spontaneously, just a few hours chose and like a place, and then they just went for it. So there is a lot of spontaneous energy also coming through. And once again, it's definitely connected to the fact that this is someone who has love trust. So they could be the kind of person who is also very adventurous when it comes to traveling. And if this is something that maybe you also embody or you also like, then you could become great like travel buddies or like um, a great couple that goes to a lot of exciting trips together, that's for sure. Another thing I would like to mention here about your future spouse is this is someone who does not get discouraged when they are in the beginning. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. Very often, when someone starts with something, or let's just say when someone is like the student, it can feel a little bit discouraging because it could be the case that your goal is just so far away that it can be a little bit difficult to keep the motivation high or to like stay inspired because it may take a little bit longer than you thought, or maybe it's not going as smoothly as you thought it would. Different things that can happen when a person becomes like a beginner, right? Or when they embark on a new journey, when they start something. This is the kind of individual that is very good at keeping their motivation high or to not get discouraged when it comes to not getting the kind of results that they maybe wanted, which is also very interesting. It's kind of like this person understands the beauty that comes with being a beginner or being a student. Yes, you are maybe at that moment, literally, I mean, in the beginning of your journey, and you're not there yet. However, the journey, has so many different like phases, and the beginning phase is also something which can be so exciting because the whole world may be open to you and all the possibilities and yeah, a lot of different things that a person can embody when they are in the beginner archetype. And this is the kind of person who likes that a lot. So it could be the case that they always like to start something new. For example, they love to learn new languages and they love the excitement that comes with not knowing a word, and then slowly becoming more and more knowledgeable when it comes to learning a language. And of course, the language example is just that, an example. We can also apply this to a lot of different things, but the key message in here is that this is someone who loves to start new things and they definitely enjoy the process, that's for sure. Another thing, my dear pile one, oh, give me 1 second. I also feel like this is the kind of individual who knows how to lift themselves up. Even if the whole world is trying to put them down, they know how to have their own back, I'm hearing. Yeah, even if there is a storm happening around them, they know how to, I'm hearing, keep still or not to Yeah, it feels like this person, my dear pilot one, it could be connected to this grounding energy I've been talking about in the beginning of the reading, but yeah, and I think said that it's not that easy to shake them, right? And now with like the storm example, it's not that easy for the storm to um like break their roots or to throw them off, you know? Yeah, very strong individual. And when I say strong, I'm speaking of a internal strength here. This mindset or this experience that they have is not just something that someone can take away from them. This is someone who knows who they are, which honestly is one of the most powerful things a person can do. This could also be someone, my dear pile one, that needs some time for themselves every now and then. They may like to enjoy their own company or to go into solitude a little bit to, I just feel like they don't really mind being alone. This is not the kind of individual who sees being alone the same as being lonely. Definitely not. Two complete different things, and they enjoy their own company. And this is someone who may also like to hike or to go into nature. I'm seeing mountains, I'm seeing a lot of fresh air. Yeah, literally, when I said fresh air, I felt like I like breathing in was much easier for me for a second. Like, yeah, that's very interesting. This person definitely needs to go out and feel connected with like nature. I feel like it keeps their mind balanced out. Or maybe it's the fact that they connect so much with the outside that also keeps them very grounded. Now, I know this is a like who will you marry future spouse reading, but even if it wasn't by now, I would say that this person definitely wants marriage. They desire it, or at least they desire a long-term partnership, but I do feel like for the majority of you guys, actually like marriage is coming through here. They like to have the home, the garden, perhaps the pets, like they love that. Maybe even the family, if of course it resonates with you. If not, then take, yeah, what resonates and leave what doesn't. But for some of you guys, maybe even like the children and the family is something they desire a lot, but definitely marriage is coming through here. Another thing you should know about them is they are a great leader, by the way. A very great leader. Wouldn't surprise me if this person's like career was somehow connected to leading. By the way, if you remember my previous message in which I talked about maybe in another lifetime they were maybe a spiritual teacher, they could have also been a spiritual leader. Yeah, this is all I'm getting. Now, the next thing, my dear pile one, I would like to talk about or look into is what will you love about your future spouse? But before that, let's take a sip. Stay hydrated, you guys. Now, let's see. For this question, what you will love about them, I actually felt like only taking some oracle cards, no tarot. So, yeah, let's go with that. For my beautiful pile one, what will you love about your future spouse? Very exciting reading. What will you love about your future spouse, my dear? What will you love about them? Let's see, let's see. Yeah, look at that. This home. Yeah. This message goes hand in hand with the previous message in which I talked about I feel like this person wants to get married or like have the house, the garden and all, right? Yeah, they want to have a home. A home which is warm, which is, I'm hearing very strongly again, family. A home in which they have the safe space, which of course is the importance of having your home, right? Whether it's an apartment, a house, whatever you call home, it's all about a person feeling safe in it, like a little sanctuary, right? And this is what this person not only desires, but they create. And I really feel like this is something that you're gonna love about your future spouse, that they just know how to make a home. A home. This is exactly how I heard it. And I just feel like this person knows how to create a very cozy environment. And they they may even, okay, this is very random, but I'm hearing they could even be very knowledgeable when it comes to cooking or something to do with the home space. Maybe decorating even. Let me see. I'm seeing someone chopping like firewood as well. So a fireplace, perhaps even. This feels like a very warm home, like literally. And I feel like you guys are gonna truly have this space, this home that is gonna fill your heart. And this is gonna be something that you will love about your future spouse, because they will somehow create this sanctuary for you. Yeah, that's something I'm getting. But let's get you guys some more cards. I heard a safe space. Maybe you're gonna create a safe space for you. Yeah, look at that piece. Wow. Let me first get all the 4 cards. I think I'm gonna get with 4 for you. We have dreams, and we have this card here, reconciliation. All right, so with the peace card being here as well, I truly feel like, my dear pile one thing you will love about your future spouse as well is that they may be your peace, or they may be very good at creating a very peaceful environment, which again could be connected to the home environment, the sanctuary I've been talking about. But there is something about them which I'm literally hearing can make you feel more calm and more relaxed. So maybe this person knows how to make you feel more relaxed, or maybe it is just about them being able to create a space like that. But this is truly someone who, like, in their presence, you're gonna feel very good. You're gonna feel peaceful, and what can be better than that, honestly? With the dreams card being here, I'm actually getting multiple messages. First of all, I feel like one thing you will love about them as well is there could be something that your future spouse either gives to you or maybe makes possible for you, which maybe you have been dreaming about for quite a long time, or you have been desiring for quite a long time. Another message I'm getting with this card is, for some of you guys, you could already actually be in contact with your future spouse. Maybe some of you guys are watching this and you're just about to get married, or you're already with them, or if you haven't met them yet, then maybe you have seen them literally in your dreams, or you are receiving messages about them through your dreams. But yeah, this is another thing I'm getting here. With the reconciliation card being here, when this card came through, I instantly got one message, and one message alone. And what I heard was soulmates. Of course, my dear, as always, take it how it resonates. But I feel like for some of you guys, it could actually be the case that in this lifetime you're reconciling with your future spouse, that they could be someone that, yeah, I mean, your higher self knows, you deeply know, and you're reconciling in this lifetime. Someone that you could have a spiritual connection with. And okay, I heard twin souls, so see whether it resonates with you or not, but I'm just a messenger in here. But that's what I heard here as well. One thing you will love about your future spouse as well is they will get you. They understand you. They will understand where you're coming from. I'm hearing they will also understand your fears, your desires, your dreams. It's kind of like you and this person. Okay, yeah, it could be connected to this spiritual connection I've been talking about, but it's kind of like you get each other, you see each other, and there is this connection between you guys that truly is something different from maybe the previous not messages, excuse me, the previous relationships you guys may have had. Your future spouse is something totally different, and because of that, I'm hearing you have a lot of gratitude for them, or you will have a lot of gratitude for them. Yeah, your energy and your future spouse's energy is definitely one that works great together. That's for sure. Now, my dear, the next thing I would like to look into is your guys' relationship. So let's look into that, my dear. Alright, so for my beautiful pile one, what do you need to know about your relationship with your future spouse? The first card I have is the Page of Cups. We have the Ten of Pentacles. The Four of Swords. The Queen of Cups. Oh my goodness. You guys, a lot of cards also fell on the floor. Give me 1 second. All right, so let's continue. We have the Queen of Pentacles here as well. The Hierophant. Again, too many. When it comes to the relationship, like, there are so many cards just flying out. We have one card here that turned over, and it's the Seven of Cups. One last card, please. And we have the Five of Wands. All right, okay. At the back of the deck, we have the Knight of Cups. So, my beautiful pile one, what do you need to know about the relationship with your future spouse? The first thing I would like to say is this is the kind of relationship which is very gentle, very sweet. A relationship that, honestly, there is another word that is coming into my mind, and it's pure, in the sense that a pure love or a sweet love. A love that is not based on like certain intentions, or what can I get from you, like having alternative motives, kind of. No, this is the kind of love which is, you guys are here because you love each other, not because you want that from the person or you want this from them, whatever. It is love. And this is what I mean by purity. A love that is based on the connection and not on what you can gain from it. And another thing I would like to say is, I really feel like when it comes to the dating phase, even, you're gonna get all kinds of sensations, my dear. All kinds of sensations that will make you feel so safe, and also, I'm hearing free. You will feel very free. This could be the one relationship in which you will feel the most freedom. There's also a lot of potential in this union or in this relationship. So if some of you guys, for example, at one point choose to work with your future spouse, or to start a project together, or to do something together, there's love potential there. Maybe you and your future spouse, you work great together, or maybe your ideas and their ideas, it's a great combination. But it feels like there is a lot of opportunity. Maybe that's a better way to phrase this. There is a lot of opportunity in this relationship, and I'm even hearing, you guys, golden opportunity, which is very interesting. This is definitely the kind of relationship in which you're gonna feel very safe, which, I mean, we've already talked a lot about, because of the fact that, what you will love about your future spouse is that they create this beautiful space for you. But the more I'm looking into it is also looking into your guys' relationship. You're gonna feel so safe in it, and it's the kind of relationship in which you don't have to honestly worry that much, because sometimes maybe a person enters the relationship and they may like to cause drama, or they may like to bring some like chaos into the other person's life or space, and this is not that kind of energy. In fact, this energy is very different because it's all about keeping this the peace, you know? And I really feel like if something is going to be in your life which takes away this like emotional, let's just say, security, it's not something which will stay in your life because you guys are not going to entertain energies like that. Yeah, it's kind of like I'm hearing drama has no space in your guys' life, and this is something that both of you guys are gonna make public, or like other people will know about this. Another thing I would like to say is you will also see, my dear pile one, that your future spouse will take you very serious. Like the relationship will start off very, very serious. Not from something casual into something serious, but no, it will already start off serious, is what I'm trying to explain here. Yeah, I'm even hearing, of course, take it how it resonates, but for some of you guys, I'm even hearing like financial gain. So this relationship may somehow make you gain something financially. Maybe it's once again this opportunity, this potential I've been talking about that's gonna be in this union. Very interesting. You know what I also find very interesting about this energy, like generally speaking, about the whole reading? The energy was so easy to connect with. It was so easy to read. Another thing I would like to say is your future spouse, my dear pile one, could be someone who's going to be very, very protective of your guys' relationship. So, yeah, just for you to know, they may be very protective of this. And I mean, the reason why they are so protective of this relationship is because it means a lot to them, right? And when something means a lot to you, you don't want to lose it. So, this could be also a very private relationship, by the way. I don't feel like you guys are gonna just allow anyone into your space, especially this safe space I've been talking about, right? This like sanctuary. You're not gonna just open the door for everyone. Definitely not. This is all I'm getting, my dear, for the relationship aspect. Now, let's dive into the candle wax. However, I need to get you your candle wax, so let me pause the reading for a second and I will be right back. Hey pal one, welcome back. So as you can see, I got your bowl and I also put the card right next to it. Now, my dear, let's start straight away with your reading. Now, I have your candle right here, so let me light it up for you guys. All right, so as always, my dear, as always, please give me a moment and then let's see what extra messages do you need to know about your future spouse, about you guys' connection, anything. Okay, I really want to create a space in here where any message which is meant for you can come through. So, yeah, let's see, let's see. For my beautiful pile one. Okay, the first thing, my dear pal one, that I would like to share with you here is the message I'm getting is someone in your connection. It can be you, it can be this person, but one of you guys has definitely experienced heartbreak before in a romantic connection specifically. And what I'm getting about that is this heartbreak is not a part of your future. This is exactly how it came through. This heartbreak is not a part of, I'm hearing interesting, the life you're creating with this individual. So I really feel like whoever it is, whether it's you or them, because that's not coming through, that's why I'm saying it can be either of you guys. Whoever this individual is that's coming through, their energy here, they're moving on from that. They're moving on from their past love history, you could say, and it's all about this new love. It's all about this relationship that you guys are creating with each other, and it's almost like you're bringing a closure, like you're closing a door here when it comes to the past and all the I'm hearing crazy things that you may have experienced while dating, while finding the right person for you, while being in relationships. You're not taking this with you, all right? This is just something, and it's being quite emphasized here. So there is definitely a lot of emotional like charge in this message. Another thing, my dear pile one, I would like to share with you here is it seems like you and this person's inner circle, whether it's friends or family or just generally speaking, people this person cares about. The next message I'm receiving is you're gonna feel very accepted and also very safe around those people. It's kind of like you're gonna become a part of this inner circle and you're gonna be welcomed very, yeah, very warm and very, I'm hearing with open arms. That's also something very sweet. So it could be the case that you're gonna, through your future spouse, you're gonna also find a new tribe, and it's gonna be, yeah, these people are also gonna become your loved ones as well. Especially for those of you guys who may sometimes have a little bit of a hard time finding your own people, or like being acceptive, or excuse me, open to new people in your life. I feel like there is something about the kind of people this person surrounds themselves with. Maybe they're very loving, maybe they're very kind, and it's kind of like these people are going to be very compatible to you. It's going to be very easy for you to, I'm hearing first of all, like them, but to connect with them, most importantly. So it could be the case that, for example, your future spouse's friends are going to become your friends, or when we talk about their family may accept you very, very fast into their own space, or you may have a great connection and a great relationship with their family. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of love, you guys. A lot of love coming through when it comes to this message, which of course is so important and so nice, right? When we talk about your partner's loved ones, to be able to connect with them like that, and also, yeah, having a great connection with them. Another thing, this is so random, But another message, my dear pile one, that I'm receiving here is your future spouse will gift you something. And it seems like a piece of jewelry. It can be a necklace or, um, yeah, for the majority of people, it's going to be a necklace, but it could, of course, for others of you, also be any kind of jewelry. But they will gift you a piece of jewelry that's gonna mean a lot to you. It's kind of like a symbol for something. So it could be maybe when they or when you guys engage, maybe they will give it to you, or maybe at your wedding day, or maybe even while you are dating, they will gift you some kind of jewelry which will mean something to you, to them, maybe like a promise, something like that. And it's coming through here. So, yeah, maybe the energies just want you to get a glimpse into maybe your future spouse's love language, or just generally speaking, this gift is going to be very crucial in your connection, or it's going to be a very meaningful gesture. For some of you, maybe this is something you have always wanted, um, like a piece of jewelry maybe you always wanted to have, and then they give it to you and it kind of means a lot to you, something like that even. But what I'm getting is you're going to be very, very happy about that. That's for sure. And it doesn't matter whether you are someone who is materialistic or whether you're not. I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's going to be very, very important. Yeah, it seems like, generally speaking, your future spouse is someone who is very generous. And they're definitely, excuse me, I'm losing my voice right now. And they're definitely also a very hardworking individual. And you will see that in them. And you will appreciate this trait in them. Because this person, they do their best. Like you can see the effort, whatever they're doing, whether it is connected to your guys' relationship, or whether this is something which is more so connected to their, let's say, work or their career or other areas of their life. You always see this effort in them, and it means a lot to you. Maybe for some of you guys, you have come across people who did not really try. For example, let's just say when it comes to your guys' relationship, maybe in the past you have connected with people who did not really invest in you or in your relationship. Maybe you were more so the one who did a lot, put a lot of energy into this, but the other person was more so passive, and it made you feel some type of way. And in like comparison to that, seeing how much effort your future spouse puts into this because they genuinely care. Your future spouse is someone who truly cares, whether it's about your relationship, about their work. When they do something, they see meaning in it, like a purpose in it, and you see that in their action. Absolutely. This is the kind of individual who lets their actions speak for them. This is interesting. I'm receiving a message which is going back to the first message I actually shared with you guys in the candle wax reading, which was all about this heartbreak, if you remember. And yeah, what I'm getting once again is, my dear, this heartbreak that whoever the person is, whoever has experienced that, this stagnation or this stuck energy, this state in which they found themselves, which was very, very difficult to come out, it's not a part of your story anymore. It is not what you take into the future with you. The past version of you is all that. It's the past version. You are grateful for your version. You are grateful for their strength, for the wisdom and lessons you've taught through, you've learned from those experiences. But this is not who you are. You are so much more than what you have experienced. And most importantly, you are also what you are creating for the future. And what I'm seeing, it's almost like a shift from having your focus on the past to having your focus on the future, and most importantly the present moment and what you want to create for yourself. So that's very, very nice. I see definitely like a transformation in you happening. I don't know, pile one, are you someone who feels stuck, like when it comes to the past? Are you someone who has a very, very hard time leaving the past behind and moving on? Because if that's so, I see some progress in your like growth here. I see you shifting your attention, which is a very, very nice thing, because I see this change giving you a lot of happiness and energy. A positive change, I would say. My dear Palawan, this is all I'm getting for you guys for today. Now, it was a very long, long reading, and yeah, maybe you guys, if there's something you would like to share with me, definitely feel free to do so in the comment section below. As always, thank you so, so much, my dear, for allowing me to connect with your wonderful energy. And if you haven't, of course, I also invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you do, my dear, don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you may not get notified when I upload an Ipuka card or candle wax reading. And my dear, as always, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal one, take care, my dear. Hey pal two, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? What do you need to know about them? Now, my dear, if you haven't, I definitely encourage you to get yourself something to drink or something to eat, because this is gonna be a long one. Alright, so the first thing, my dear, I would like to start with here is getting an archetype for your future spouse. So let's see what archetype represents their energy, what you need to know about them. So, yeah, let's begin. Let's see, my dear. For my beautiful pile 2, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? Let's see, let's see. All right. Oh, too many. Too many. Give me a second. All right, so the first card we have here, my dear, is the Saboteur, and it says highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to your life. All right, okay. The first thing, I feel like your future spouse is someone who, when we look into their childhood and when we look into the way they grew up and all the experiences they even did in a very young age, it always seemed like maybe the odds are not in their favor, or maybe they have gone through some difficulties in life that, for example, things have been very difficult in their life where it is very easy for other people. So, for example, let's just say they had friends who grew up in a household which, excuse me, like financial struggle was not really a thing. And then let's just say your future spouse, they grew up in a family where maybe it wasn't that easy when it comes to money, and it was much more difficult. And this is just an example, okay? It can be anything, but I just want to make this more yeah, clear what I mean by that it seems like something for them has been difficult, which maybe other people don't experience like that. And another thing I would like to say here as well, I feel like your future spouse has turned into someone. When you see them, you may not even believe, or you may not even guess that they have struggled like that. So, for example, maybe if you look at them now, they're someone who is very, very established or very comfortable. They have a lot going for them. And when you hear, let's go back to the example of, maybe being or having had a lot of struggle growing up financially, if you hear about it, then it just doesn't really add up, because you would never think that someone who is as maybe successful, or the kind of person they've turned into, that they have struggled at one point like that with money. So it seems like we have something like a contrast, I would say, in this. Or let's just say your future, let's take another example. Let's just say your future spouse, there was a time in their life in which they haven't been that self confident, and they have lived very disconnected from themselves. Now you may see them, and you're gonna see this extremely confident person who loves themselves, love people look up to them, and like their energy is just so incredible and so empowering. And you would, yeah, never guess that there was a like time in their life in which they experienced the complete opposite. So this is really the kind of energy this card is giving me. Not so much that they are the saboteur, but I'm hearing life. Life has made something difficult for them, which maybe was out of their control. I mean, let's just say a child who gets born into a family which, like their parents may not have the best financial situation. I mean, the child doesn't have any fault in that, right? Or let's just say sometimes certain things happen in life and it's out of our control. And this is the kind of energy I'm getting. It's not so much them, but it's something that happened to them. However, when you see them now, it's like I'm hearing day and night, something totally different. And what I also find very interesting as well is, even through only this energy, I can already sense how strong your future spouse is. This is someone who's mentally strong. This is someone who's emotionally strong. They have experienced a lot, and it has not turned their heart into eyes. It has not turned them into a bad person. All those experiences have taught them things about life and things about themselves, but that's it. It has not, I'm hearing, turned their light off. Like, it has not transformed them into someone that they're not. They're still the same. They're still this incredible person, this kind hearted individual, and no amount of darkness is capable of taking their light away. Which, yeah, very, very strong person, that's for sure. I feel like there is a lot that every one of us can learn from this person. Maybe how to cope with negative times in our life, or maybe how to stay positive even if we're surrounded by darkness, whatever it may be. But this is someone who teaches you to keep going, and not to give up no matter what, because it will get better. And not only that, but we can learn from those dark times. We can, like an alchemist, turn things around for us and actually take advantage of the darkness, because we need darkness to see light, right? And the darker it gets, the lighter the light will shine. So it's kind of like this philosophy, that your future spouse may actually teach you this wisdom. Very interesting person. Self reflection is coming through here as well. And once again, this connection to the self. This is someone who loves themselves unconditionally, which is such a difficult thing to do. But going through those different times, maybe at one point they had nothing, maybe at one point they only had themselves, all those different experiences, they may strengthen the bond that you have with yourself, this connection. And this is what happened in their example here. I also feel like this is someone who, yeah, this is so interesting, because although this card says highlights your fear of self-empowerment, the messages I got were the complete opposite. The self-empowerment your future spouse went through, it was something that, yes, they were forced to do, because sometimes certain experiences in life, they force us into action, but it's something that they did not fear, but actually welcomed. And also, it says here, and the changes it would bring to your life. That's not what I'm getting at all. The energy that's coming through with your future spouse, I really feel like they're actually great with changes, because they have gone through so many changes in their life that they are good at adapting to them. And as I said, I don't feel like the saboteur is them themselves, but it's more so those experiences that life throw at you that are out of your control. It's kind of like the universe is trying to test your strength, so it is sabotaging certain things, and the universe wants to see how will you get out of the situation, like how will you grow from this, kind of like testing you. This is the energy I'm receiving here for your future spouse. I would like to get your future spouse one more card, because I feel like there is much more. There is much more to them. Let's see. Who will you marry? Who's your future spouse, my dear? Let's get you guys one archetype representing them. All right. And we have the trickster. The trickster says, transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior. Yeah. I feel like, my dear pal, too, while your future spouse was going through those things, those difficult times, maybe some people, they did not really expect this person to turn into the person that they are today. So for example, maybe they grew up once again with not having a lot, and people thought, well, this is going to be their world, but they have showed something totally different, and maybe now they have accumulated a lot of wealth, or a lot of, and depends on what wealth is, because like abundance can mean a lot of different things to people, right? It's not only about the money, it can be a lot of different things that we desire, and we would call ourselves wealthy if having. And what I'm getting is, this person has really showed a lot of people wrong, not because they wanted to. I don't feel like this is someone who really cares about that. This person, they don't really care. They don't. whether someone believes in them or not, because at the end of the day, once again, it depends on whether you believe in yourself or not. Of course, it is nice to have people around who support you, who motivate you and who are, yeah, believe in your vision. But at the end of the day, it is you who has to do the work and who has to, you know, keep the mindset. And this is what makes them so strong. This is what makes them so empowered. It's all from them, it's all coming from them. And I feel like they have created things that other people did not predict or other people never expected. It's kind of like this person has surprised people in many different ways. I also feel like this is not someone who just announces everything to the open before they do something. With the trickster energy, it feels like something which is a little bit hidden. Like a trickster has a lot of things under their sleeves, right? Like they don't really expose everything or show everything. They kind of just show the trick and that's it, but you can't really see behind the scene, right? And this is the kind of energy that I'm receiving with your future spouse here as well. They have shown the results, but they did not announce it. Their actions speak for themselves. And maybe this person, for example, let me say it this way. Let's just say this person, for some time, they were like away or a little bit isolated, and people did not really know where they are, what they're doing. And then they came back, and let's just say they had this degree or they had this business or they, whatever it may be for them, whatever they desire, they leveled up, and people were just shocked or did not see it coming. So this is the kind of energy I'm talking about here. This is someone who creates their own destiny. Definitely someone who decides, like they themselves decide what life they will live. Not other people, not a life, but they will create themselves. And this is their power. Because if people tell them they cannot do it, till they actually go for it and see for themselves that they cannot do it, they will not believe it. And this is powerful when you don't allow other people to limit you like that. Yes, of course, sometimes life limits us through certain things, certain circumstances, but what are we doing with it? Are we doing the best with it? Are we still trying? Or will we just, believe everything that others project on us? Because very often, when someone tells us we cannot do it, something, it may also be that they believe that they cannot do it themselves. So they're kind of putting that on us, right? But with this person, they're not allowing other people to project anything on them. That's for sure. Very nice. Very, very nice energy. I love this energy so much. And we only got 2 cards so far, but a lot of insights into who this person is. Now, oh, 1 second. Card fell. Okay. All right. So, moving on, let's go to the next question, which is all about, I would say, more insights. Let's put it that way. I would like to get more insights, my dear pal, too, about your future spouse, their personality, their character, just different traits. Who is this person? What do you need to know about them? Let's see, my dear. But this time, we're going to use some tarot. So for my beautiful pile 2, what else do you need to know about your future spouse, who's definitely, yeah, very, very impressive person so far, that's for sure. The first card we have is the 5 of Cups, the Star, the 7 of Cups, Oh, and we also have the tower in reverse, which fell right next here. Okay. We have the Eight of Cups. We also have the King of Swords. The Two of Swords, and let's get you guys one last card. Oh my goodness. Too many cards. All right, and we have the Nine of Cups here. At the back of the deck, my dear, we have the Four of Wands. All right, okay. So let's see what else we can get about your future spouse. What do you need to know about them? Another thing, first of all, for some of you guys, if you also were drawn to pile 1, feel free to watch it. If not, then as always, just stick with this one here. But I'm getting this message coming through. All right, so let's look into the spread. First of all, my dear pile 2, yeah, there is this message coming through once again that for your future spouse, getting certain things in life was not easy. That's once again coming through. So things that other people may not struggle that much with, or maybe is very easy to get, for your future spouse, it was not that easy. So let's just say, for example, when it comes to education, let's just say when it comes to graduating, their friends may have had an easy time, but maybe this person, you know, there was like a lot of things happening at home, and therefore it made this much more difficult for them, because of course the household energy influences a child's like energy as well, right? Like in their school and all, like how they deliver. It definitely gets influenced also by what's happening at home, and it could have been a little bit difficult. But once again, the more I'm looking into your future spouse's energy, the more I see how strong they are, and that where other people may have given up, this person did not, and they fought through it. And also, like, honestly, the best way to like express your future spouse's energy is they are a warrior who has come out victorious. I mean, they are a winner. Your future spouse is a winner, that's for sure. And I'm getting a lot of respect coming through for them. So it could be the case that a lot of people know about their life journey, and they have a lot of respect for them and for, yeah, the experiences that they went through. Another thing I would like to mention here is that your future spouse is someone who may more so be like logical and practical, someone who may lead life with their mind. And once again, their mindset is coming through definitely once again. Let me tell you, your future spouse is someone who is so strong mentally, and they need, I'm hearing mental food, like they need to always stimulate themselves mentally, or they love when they have, or when they can challenge themselves even mentally, in the sense that maybe through different activities that, you know, may be like you have to focus, or yeah, it feels like, my dear, this is someone who, if you are someone who likes to have a mental connection and puts a lot of importance into that, you and your future spouse could connect on that level very greatly because, yeah, both of you guys, so for example, if you're intellectual as well, because this person is definitely coming through with this energy, there is a lot of exchange on that level that you guys could, yeah, have together. Another thing I would like to say is your future spouse is someone who is very good at communicating. That's another thing. They're very honest and they're very clear in their approach. So when they have a like idea or when they want to tell you something, it will be in a very clear manner. Like they will not tiptoe around it or they will not hold back too much. Like they will just let you know. Period. They will just let you know, and they will be pretty transparent as well when it comes to their approach. I'm hearing. This could also be someone who loves to be surrounded by animals, or maybe they have a great connection with animals. They love to have a lot of pets, or maybe they have a pet even. I'm hearing this person is very sharp. Their mind is sharp, but there could also be, by the way, something in their appearance which people would describe as sharp. So maybe a jawline, maybe they have a piercing eyes as well. Another thing, a piercing look to them, a sharp look to them. I'm hearing a sharp haircut. Is that a thing? I don't know if that's even a thing, but yeah, that's another thing I'm getting. I'm hearing someone who has a whole world within them. If you could like look into their mind, you would get like incredibly impressed by what they have in it, like all the great ideas, all the great thoughts. I'm hearing intelligence coming through. Yeah. Yeah, this is something I got coming through. This is a very smart individual. And what I'm also hearing is that all those experiences I've been talking about has created this person that we're talking about now, has created this incredible individual that we're looking into. Honestly, I don't feel like this person regrets anything that happened because they understand it has shaped who they are and it has in fact created like this version of them that they are today. So they're not in yeah, there is no regret in here. And in fact, it wouldn't surprise me if this person actually was even grateful for the things that happened to them. Because without those experiences, they would not be who they are today. Wow. You guys, let's go back to the appearance for a second. I really, really feel like one thing which will be incredibly attractive to you, like one body part, so to speak, is their eyes. Like, oh my goodness, like I'm getting this so strongly. You will love their eyes. You will be very, very attracted towards their eyes, my dear. Maybe once again, they have piercing eyes or their eye color, their eye shape, whatever it may be, but you will love their eyes. It will definitely be one of your favorite, like, physical appearance traits that they have. Another thing, this person could at times be perceived as a little bit intimidating. It's kind of like their presence, um, it just makes you be very respectful. I don't know who this person is, like whether they have something that people respect, they did something that people respect, or whether it's just their vibe, you know? Sometimes you may not know even like a person, but they may enter, let's just say, a restaurant, and there's just something about them which makes you feel some type of way, like in a positive way. I feel like it's more so. You may feel like, yeah, this is someone who has achieved a lot, or someone who may has a lot to share. So they have like your attention, you know? That's the kind of energy I'm getting here. This is someone who also is very good with cold weather. This is like such a random message, but if this person doesn't live in a climate in which, like, let's just say, like they have cold winters, or there is a lot of cold weather throughout the year, then even if they're living in a warm climate, still this person may like to do vacations in cold climates, or maybe they just like it, you know, generally speaking. They like the coziness that comes with being somewhere where it's cold, or like, once again, I'm getting also a very strong body. They could have a body that doesn't really get sick that easy, a great immune system, for example, okay? Great immunity, kind of. Interesting. I'm getting a lot of messages coming through regarding their physical, like, body, whether it's the appearance or whether it's the strength. They could, by the way, also be physically very strong. That's another thing I'm also getting here. There is also something about their arms coming through. Maybe it is connected to the strength I've been talking about, or maybe you will like their arms. For some reason it's coming through, you guys. But yeah, it's something I'm receiving here as well. Another thing, maybe this person likes to wear bracelets or clocks, like a yeah, it seems like there is always something around their arm, like a watch. Oh, excuse me, did I say clock? You guys, I'm so sorry. My English today. I meant like a watch. They could be wearing a watch. Yeah. Let's see what else I can get. Yeah, another thing, my dear. This is not for everyone, but they could have. They either could have a little bit of gray hair already, or they could be hairy. For some reason, I'm hearing hairy coming through here, whatever this is supposed to mean. Um, you see what that means for you, because this can also be something very personal. Another thing, but this is for the minority of you guys, they could have colored their hair at one point in their life, or maybe they have done it now. Interesting. So we are looking at their hair now, more body parts coming through. This person could be connected to an animal that can fly. Some kind of connection. Yeah. It could be a bird, an insect, but that's what I'm seeing here. Or they may also like flying, like on an airplane and stuff, for example. Or they may like helicopter rides, you know. Definitely someone who doesn't really seem like they are scared of heights. That's definitely what I'm getting here. And we also have the aspect of music coming through. This person could feel very connected to music, maybe when it comes to their hobby, or for the minority of you guys, a very little part of you, maybe even when it comes to their work. Yeah, that's all I'm getting so far. The next thing, my dear pile 2, I would like to look into is what will you love about them? What will you love about your future spouse? And for this, today I would like to use only oracle cards. So let's look into that. For my beautiful pile 2, what will you love about your future spouse? Let's see, let's see. Oh my goodness. The first card we have is finding. We also have friendship. Sorry guys, I was interrupted, so I had to stop recording for a second, but let's continue. For my, okay. Oh, we have 2 cards here. We have manifestation and life purpose. Nice, all right. Okay, so let's see. For my beautiful pile 2, what will you love about your future spouse? Oh, look at that. Also, the family card, I didn't see it, also came out. Okay. The first thing, my dear pile 2, I would like to talk about here with friendship and family. Yeah, like this person, definitely, my dear, you're gonna love the relationships that they have with their loved ones. You're gonna see it firsthand, and you're gonna see how beautiful this person is when it comes to the people they care about, how much love they give, how much love they receive, this whole dynamic. You're gonna just love it. And I feel like when you see them interacting with their loved ones, for those of you guys who would like to have, their own family, if you would like to have children with this person, for example, you may already see the kind of parent they will become, and you may love it. You may feel like this person, they're very compassionate. They will be a great parent for your future children as well. But in addition to that, I feel like it is also about their own family, like your future spouse and their family. There's just something about, I'm hearing a strong bond. This is interesting. I would like to say one thing. If this person struggled early in their life with their family together, let's just say, going back to the financial difficulties that maybe they grew up in, it feels like some kind of struggle has connected this family even more. Like, let's just say they didn't have that much money. It didn't take away from how much love their parent gave them, or it didn't take away from the incredible bond that they have with their parents, for example, and how much their parents have put, yeah, efforts into still creating a wonderful environment for their children, or a wonderful environment for your future spouse. And yeah, it seems like sometimes struggles, when people struggle together, it can bring them closer even more. And I feel like whatever struggle it was, their parents did their best to make it as easy as possible for their children. And most importantly, the love they gave their children was always the biggest strength and like backbone they had. And wow, when you see your future spouse interacting with their with their family now, you will see that there is this incredible, like, unconditional love there, unspoken sensations that you may feel. And it's going to be so inspiring, and it may even tear you up a little bit, because it's love, love that you witness, and love that inspires. Now, it's not only their family, but I'm also getting friendship coming through here. And Another thing I'm getting here regarding the question what you will love about your future spouse is how much of a good friend they are. Now, this could be literally on yourself. If you and this person are friends at first, or if that's not even the case, I feel like besides being lovers, you guys also gonna have a great friendship, and this could be something you will love about your dynamic. This is something you will love about your union, that in your future spouse, you also see your best friend. And I know some people may like this may be very important to them that they have a friend like that in their spouse as well. And if you're watching this and this resonates with you, then I really, really feel like you're finding a great match here. And this is definitely something that you will love about your future spouse, that's for sure. But it's not only about you guys. I feel like you're also gonna see how they interact with other friends besides you, other friendships they have. And for this person, friendship, relationship, family is so, so important. And this is something which is gonna be so beautiful to witness and something you will definitely love about them. This is a family person. This is a friendship person, someone who loves to be around other people, someone who knows how valuable real connections are, that they're even more valuable than any amount of money. And this is what this person loves to nurture, what this person loves to encourage. And I feel like in their life, definitely their loved ones are a huge part of their life. So, for example, maybe even later on, you guys may host love gatherings, or let's just say once a week. You may at the weekends, maybe on Saturday, for example, you may, or on Sunday, whatever, but you may host, let's say, a brunch or something like that. Okay, so it feels like there are a lot of people around you guys, and there is a lot of love, most importantly, around you guys and around this person, and you're gonna love that about them. But I mean, it's both sides, right? I mean, you also have to be a loving person yourself to create these kind of connections, right? Or you also have to be receptive. I mean, for good people to be attracted towards you, for good friendships to happen, you also have to be a good person yourself. So, this also says a lot about the kind of individual this person is, and wow, definitely very beautiful here. Another thing, my dear pile 2, I would like to say here is I feel like another thing you will love about them is this is someone who will not get lost. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. It seems like there have been so many situations in their life in which they have struggled and they have lost themselves, that now they know exactly what they need to do to not lose themselves like that anymore. This person knows what they need when they maybe don't feel at their best, how they can nurture themselves. Maybe when they feel like there is a dark cloud coming towards them, how they can still hold the sun, how they can still connect with their, I'm hearing own, one second, I'm receiving a message. Wow, yeah. Okay, so sorry, I got your message. As I was saying, I really feel like this person, my dear, they know how to always find back to themselves. And this is something which is very, very powerful. And I feel like it's something which will also inspire you. It's kind of like this person inspires you to also work on your own connection towards yourself, to nurture yourself more, to fill your own cup. This is what this person does, and it's kind of like something which you will also want to do more because you see them doing it. And this is definitely something that you love about them, that no matter what kind of challenge they're faced with, they don't lose themselves. They know how to go about it, and they know how to overcome the storm. And once again, allow the dark clouds to move on without the sun to disappear. Another thing you will love about this person, with the manifestation card being here, what I'm getting is there's something, my dear pile 2, about this person that you may have manifested, and you will love seeing that in them. So for example, some kind of trait, or let's just say there is a certain partner that you're trying to manifest into your life, a certain person that you would like to have as a spouse. Could be a very specific person, or maybe just certain traits that you are looking for in a potential partner. What I feel like is you will see that in them. It's kind of like when you look at this person, you will feel like a manifestation was successful, if you understand what I mean. Something you have been desiring has materialized, and yeah, you are a great manifester. That's what I'm getting. And this will also be a great example as for how great of an like manifester you are. And it will also motivate you perhaps more to co-create consciously. So yeah, something about your future spouse that you will have manifested. And yeah, you will love that. You will love that about yourself, that you're capable of that, but you will also love and appreciate those traits in them that maybe you really wanted in a potential partner. Another thing, my dear pile 2, I would like to mention here is with the life purpose card being here, whatever this person does, whatever they have dedicated their life to, whether it's connected to their career or maybe in their personal life, there's something that they put a lot of energy into, something they're passionate about perhaps. But this person is living purposefully. That's something I'm getting. If this is connected to their work, then, for example, they see purpose in their work. If this is connected to something on a more personal level, then I feel like there is something this person actively does or involves themselves in, which gives them a lot of meaning, gives their life a lot of meaning. And this is something you're going to love about them. That this purpose, you can see it in them. You can see how important it is for them and how inspiring. Once again, this is so interesting. Very inspiring to you in particular, because I believe in pile 1, I also got inspiring energy coming through, but it was like to a lot of people. With you guys, this inspiration is specifically connected to you. You're gonna find this very inspiring. One thing I can already say, there's gonna be a lot you will love about this person. And one thing which was emphasized here a lot was love. How much love this person receives, but also how much love they have to give, which is very, very nice. All right, my dear. Now let's look into your guys' relationship. And for that, I would like to use some tarot. Let's see, what do you need to know, my dear, about your relationship with your future spouse? Let's start straight away. All right, so for my beautiful pile 2. For my beautiful pile 2. All right. Okay, one card flew out, and we have the 5 of Swords. Look at that. The 4 of Wands. The Page of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. One card fell on the floor. We have the 7 of Wands, and we also have here the the 5 of Wands. The 10 of Pentacles turned over. And 1 second, we also have some other cards on the floor. Okay. The High Priestess, and one last card, please. All right. And the Sun. All right, so my dear pile 2, what do you need to know about your guys' relationship? The first thing I would like to say is I really feel like your future spouse, my dear, is going to be very, very protective of you. Let me tell you that. They're going to be very protective of you. They're going to be very protective of this relationship. So just so you know. And they're going to take it very serious. They're going to take your guys' boundaries very serious. They're not just going to allow anyone to step over them or be all over your guys' business. Nope. This is definitely something they will not tolerate. And what I'm getting is actually that this is something you're going to appreciate about them. It doesn't seem like something you are against or something you don't like, but actually something that you appreciate about them a lot. You will see this person takes this relationship serious and they love you, and therefore it is not something that they're willing to, lose or allow other people to like mess up and all. So yeah, definitely very important to them. This relationship also seems what's very interesting? I feel like from the beginning, you guys already gonna know. You already gonna know that the other person is either, for example, a great partner to plan a future with, or maybe a potential future spouse. It seems like you already gonna get this idea, or this like intuitive knowing, I guess, also with the High Priestess being here, that this person is the one for you, or this person is gonna be the person you would like to spend your life with. Yes, something is out in the open. That's how I would describe it. You're gonna feel like this is not just someone who is gonna be in and out of my life, but actually someone who is here to stay, or someone who will have a great significance in my love life. Another thing, my dear, I would like to say, you and your future spouse, one second. I feel like you guys will be perceived as either like a power couple or a couple that spreads a lot of positivity, a lot of great energy with other people as well. You know, we had this aspect of inspiration coming through already in your reading, right? And another thing I would like to say is your union, your relationship is also very, very inspiring to others. That's another thing I'm getting, which is so nice because it shows that you guys have the kind of dynamic, I guess, a lot of people wish for or would like to also have in a partnership, right? I mean, something you don't want is not something you find inspiring. Things you like, things you want, or things that impress you may be inspiring to you. So, this is the kind of energy that you and your future spouse, I would say, represent to the world as well. Although you could be a very private couple as well, that's another thing. Your future spouse will definitely have your back. Yeah, definitely. And if someone would disrespect you in front of them, they would definitely come for your defense, or they would not just let this slide away. I mean, they will voice their opinion, and definitely they will not be happy with that. Yeah, this is interesting. This is actually all I'm getting for the relationship. I think you guys got the least for the relationship so far, but it seems like everything has to be like has been said, you know? Yeah, I'm not getting so much more about the relationship coming through. Interesting. All right, okay. Now, my dear, I would like to start with the candle wax reading, but before that, I'm gonna stop the reading for a second, the video, because I need to get you your candle wax ball and also your candle. So I will be right back in a second. Hey pal 2, I am back and I have your ball, I have your candle right here, so let's start. Now let me light up your candle, my dear. Alright, so as always, my dear, as always, please give me a moment and then let's see what extra messages do you need to know about your future spouse and you. Just anything is welcomed. Whatever is meant for you can come through. So let's see, let's see. Okay, the first thing, my dear, I would like to say there is a lot of like physical attraction coming through between you guys. Let me tell you that. And it's definitely coming through from both sides here. So I really feel like, on one hand, it is you coming through. You're going to be very, very physically attracted towards your future spouse. And at the same time, they are also coming through and they're also going to be very physically attracted towards you. You know, it seems like there is a lot of like compatibility, physical compatibility in here. And I feel like this is the kind of connection in which, yeah, the kind of connection which the fireworks and all the emotions are gonna be pretty strong from the beginning. The first meeting could be very intense, or maybe the first interactions. I want to be honest, I feel like for some of you guys, this could very much feel like love at first sight. But of course, as always, take it how it resonates. I know not everyone may believe in it, but this is a message I'm getting, so of course, I need to share it. What I also find very interesting, for some of you guys, there could be some slight differences between you and your future spouse. Differences in your appearance, differences in how you grew up or where you're coming from. But those differences are actually making your connection even more beautiful, I'm hearing. Complementing each other. Yeah. Those differences are very complementary. I see the world like the globe, the earth, so interesting. For some of you guys, maybe you're gonna travel a lot around the world. For others, maybe there's a little bit of a distance between you guys right now, or if that's not the case, maybe there is like an importance on trips here. You guys could love taking trips together, or maybe the first meeting has something to do with that. But it seems like both of you guys gonna love to explore. That's something I'm getting. You're gonna love to explore. I'm hearing you're gonna be your future spouse's muse. You're gonna inspire them. I'm hearing your beauty is gonna inspire them. Interesting. Another thing I would like to say, one thing which will maybe surprise you or be very important for you when it comes to you and your future spouse, especially when it comes to the beginning of everything. I really feel like it's gonna surprise you how easy it is for you to open up to them. Maybe for some of you guys, sometimes meeting new people can be, not necessarily difficult, but maybe for you, you're not just someone who opens up like that to just anyone, or maybe because you like to protect yourself, you have a wall up that, is not that easy to come down. But what I find like, yeah, so interesting about the way the energies are coming through here is with your future spouse, it's gonna be so effortless. You're gonna let this wall down and it's just gonna make sense. You may not even realize you're doing it, but it's gonna be so easy to open up to them. Okay, this is interesting. I'm receiving a message regarding one thing that they're gonna love about you. And what I'm receiving is your future spouse, they will love how nurturing you are, how sweet you are, how gentle you are. That there is a side of you that you only show them. And not only are they so grateful to see the side of you, but I'm hearing they are celebrating the side. They're grateful for the side. And most importantly, They're so grateful for you. Maybe a certain level of like, I would say vulnerability that only they get to see, and they're going to be very mindful with this side because they know how difficult this may be for you. Yeah, maybe the reason why you are so scared, or not scared, but like so protective, I would say, of yourself, is because you know you can't just be vulnerable like that in front of everyone. Because unfortunately, as much as there are good people out there, there are also bad people, and we need to protect ourselves, our energy. But with this person, and that's what I mean, this protection, like this wall, there is no need for it. No, there is no need for it. Another thing, my dear pile 2, I'm getting what they will love about you. Your lips are coming through, very specific. Maybe they're gonna love kissing you, but that's what I'm getting, your lips. And your belly. They're gonna love your belly. Another thing, my dear pile 2, a lot of people will be supporting this union. That's another thing I'm receiving here. A lot of people will support your connection and this relationship, and I feel like it's more so coming from your inner circle, or maybe your friends. Because one thing other people can see regarding this connection is how good you are for each other. This is the kind of connection which, like, people can see how good you are for each other and how much you um, enhance each other's well-being, support each other's well-being, improve each other's lives, and of course your own as well. But I'm just focusing here on the aspect of how other people see you guys, and they're very supportive of this because they see how good you are for each other and how good you are influencing each other, basically. Wow, this, my dear pile 2, is the kind of relationships like you can truly look forward to. You can look forward to this. Yeah. My dear pal 2, this was a long one, right? This is all I have for you guys for today. As always, my dear, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. And as always, if you haven't, I also invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you do, my dear, don't forget to hit the bell because otherwise you may not get notified when I upload a new pick a card or candle wax reading. And my dear, as always, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal 2. Take care, my dear. Hey pal 3, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, who will you marry, who's your future spouse, what do you need to know about this person. Now, if you haven't done, my dear, I definitely encourage you to get yourself something to drink or something to eat because This is gonna be a long one, so get cozy and enjoy. Now, the first thing, my dear, I would like to start with today is an archetype. One or two archetypes for your future spouse. Let's see what energies they are embodying. What do you need to know about them? So, for my beautiful pile, 3. Who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? All right, all right. The first card we have is the Pioneer. And the Pioneer says, passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. Interesting. What a light-hearted card. Like such a nice, uplifting card. All right, so the first thing, my dear, I'm getting you should know about your future spouse. It's very straightforward. It's exactly what's written on here. I feel like your future spouse is someone who may have a great, okay, like imagination, or someone who's very, very creative, someone who comes up with a lot of great ideas. And this is something that I feel like they profit off in many different areas of their lives. So, for example, if this is someone who's very creative, maybe they have certain hobbies that they love doing, and through that, they can, allow their creative energy to come through and really express itself. But it's not only that. Also, when it comes to their career, this could be the one person who always comes out like with the best ideas, with the best projects, okay? They just they just know, I'm hearing. They come up with things that other people, I feel like they don't think that far, or maybe they don't think out of the box. And your future spouse is someone who allows their mind to wander everywhere, and they're just such an open minded person, like literally. And they come up with those ideas that others would have never come up with. And truly, this pioneer energy, like the word pioneer, I would say is a perfect way to express this. Also, perhaps visionary. This person could also have this archetype of the visionary in them. And it's very impressive. I feel like these are qualities that they have, which, yeah, they have impressed a lot of people, and they always keep impressing others for sure. This is not something that has an end ever. Even if this person is of a certain age, later on in life, they're still coming up with great ideas that, others would have never thought about. And this is their strength. This is something which makes them special, something that makes them who they are, this unique individual. Their mind is incredible. And we're living in a world in which sometimes like logical and practical minds are kind of like more rewarded than creative minds. We can also see this in like careers, right? In which a lot of practical, like logical careers are more maybe rewarded, or more like they have more salaries and all than creative and artistic kind of jobs. However, we should never underestimate how beautiful and how valuable creative energy is. Just because we're living in a world in which the creative energy is not that supported or that encouraged doesn't mean that it's not valuable. And in fact, creative energy is what this universe expresses itself in, and how we are literally co-creating life. It's this creative energy, and it's so, so powerful, so, so powerful. And this individual is truly showing up with a trait that is very, very precious, and it's what makes them stand out. In a world where everyone is like stuck in the mind, this person is coming forward with a very, very creative energy. Another thing I would like to say here, this is something I'm perceiving intuitively, but I feel like your future spouse is someone who loves to help others. Even when it comes to these ideas, they could have come up with ideas, different projects, for example, from which they can help other people, because that's a part of them. I can feel this very, very strongly. This person loves to help others. This person loves to improve other people's lives, and they use their resources, even if it's just their creative mind, with which they come up with great ideas and solutions, because this is something definitely which is a superpower, like a strength of them. Yeah, they're using this for sure for good things as well, not just for their own gain, not just so they can, for example, get more salary because they're coming up with a better idea or with a better project. It's not only for them, but they're sharing this gift with the world. They're sharing it with other people in a very selfless way, by the way. They're doing this so they can help, not to gain something, but just because they want to do good things and they want to see other people's lives improving. Let me see. I would like to get you guys another card. Yeah, look at that. And the Alchemist. Oh my goodness. Look at this power connect, like, wow, combination. The Pioneer and the Alchemist. The Alchemist says transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. Yeah, I feel like this person's ideas, their mind is truly transformational. They can take something, let's just say someone gives them a task, okay, in their work. And it's a task that a lot of people don't like to do because maybe it is a little bit challenging, or maybe it's a little bit boring, maybe it's not really something exciting or whatever. And this person, they may get this task and think totally like outside of the box and create something out of this project, which is just mind blowing. Like, no one has thought about this. And they turn something which maybe other people did not want to be a part of into something that everyone wants to be a part of, you know? This is the kind of energy I'm receiving here. It is truly impressive, you guys. And this person is someone who, with the skills that they have, with the imagination that they have, with the creative energy that they have, they are a gem. Let me tell you that they are a gem. Another thing, this is also someone who, I think, one second. Yeah, I would say someone who is also very wise in general. I don't know why, when I said that, the first thing that came into my mind, like, was an old soul. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So yeah, this is someone who is very wise, someone who, if you listen to them, even if it's just, something which doesn't really seem like that important, you're just talking about something random, but if you truly listen to them, you will feel like, wow, this person, they have a lot to share. They're, yeah, they are someone who you want to listen to. This is the best way I can express this. You will want to listen to them. You feel like this person has a lot of precious things to share. They have a lot of knowledge to share. They have a lot of truths to share. This person has a lot of resources, let me tell you that. This person is very good at creating something big out of something which is nothing, or maybe people don't see that much value in. They see potential in it. This person sees potential in things that other people overlook. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Now, my dear, let's go to the next message, or the next category, better to say, which is all about, well, more information about your future spouse, of course, but more so about their personality, characteristics, traits that they have. What do you need to know? Who are they? Let's see. For that, I'm going to use some tarot. So for my beautiful pal 3, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? Let's see, my dear. Oh my goodness. The first card we have is the Knight of Swords. The Seven of Pentacles. Too many cards. Only 2, but not more than that. All right. We have the Hierophant. The 10 of Pentacles. Wow. The Sun card. Oh my goodness. We have the High Priestess, the Page of Pentacles, and let's get you guys one last card. Okay, I'm gonna take only this card. The other card fell on the floor. 1 second. Okay, and we have the Seven of Wands. At the back of the deck, we have the Queen of Wands. All right, okay. So for my beautiful pile 3, what else do you need to know about your future spouse? First of all, I feel like this is someone who can make other people excited. You know, there are people who, even if like everyone is feeling down, but they enter the room and they just bring like great energy with them, and they just know how to lift up the spirit and how to make people feel excited or uplifted. This is the kind of individual. They are very positive. They are very energetic. Another thing, they have a lot of energy. And indeed, the creative energy is coming through once again. I'm seeing this very, very clearly. You know, fire energy is coming through with this person. It doesn't mean that they necessarily are a fire sign, but the way it's coming through here regarding them and their energy, I would say the fire is coming through, that's for sure. And another thing I would like to say is this is someone who's very independent. This is someone who knows how to make things happen for themselves. I mean, of course, if needed, they, ask for help, but this is just someone who is very good at their own, like truly good at their own. It feels like someone who, if they're single, they are happy being single, they don't mind it, they love to be by themselves, have their own company. That's another thing I'm seeing here. This person could also have a pet or a certain animal that they are very connected to. I feel like when it comes to this person's like physical appearance, they may like to wear comfortable things, casual things, more so sporty kind of energy coming through here. They may like to wear earthy colors. In particular, there is orange coming through. I know it's not necessarily an earthy color, but I see orange here as well. Interesting. So earthy and orange coming through. Yeah, it has to be comfortable. Not too tight. This could also be someone who likes to work out or someone who likes to be fit, like move their body, I'm hearing. Whatever it is that they like to do, whether it's a certain activity, whether it's running, whether it's going to the gym, but they like to move their body. That's what I'm seeing here as well. This is also someone who could either come from a big family or maybe have some siblings, or this could be something that they desire to one day have a lot of children or create a community in which everyone feels like they belong, I'm hearing, in which there is a very harmonious space for everyone to feel comfortable in. This is someone who truly is very resourceful, like truly, my dear. They have a lot to give to the world. They have a lot to share. And one thing you will see, this is someone who laughs a lot or smiles a lot. I feel like they almost always have a smile on their face because I'm hearing there are a lot of reasons to smile. So they definitely look at life from a very positive and high vibrational way, that's for sure, because they themselves are also very high vibrational. When you interact with them, you may literally feel like your energy is like recharging. This person makes you feel good. This person makes you feel relaxed, excited, as I said, and also I'm hearing very, yeah, I'm hearing, this is interesting, like thirsting for more. But what I mean by that is, yeah, I understand. What I mean by that is wanting more, like wanting more from life, seeing more. You know, sometimes we may feel like all we deserve is just the least or just a small world, but no, you came here to experience life to the fullest and to experience and see so much more than only um the minimal, you know? And this is the kind of individual who makes you want to experience more than just your comfort zone or have more than just the minimal. It's kind of like through them, you feel like there is so much to life. Another thing, this person could be very, very intuitive. Yeah. Whether they know it or not, but their intuition is very, very high and it's leading them for sure. But this is also a very action oriented person, my dear. This is a go getter. This is someone who makes things happen. A very balanced out individual is what I'm getting. Also, I'm hearing someone who teaches patience. That's another thing. Someone who knows how valuable patience is. I love this person's energy. And I'm definitely not the only one. I feel like a lot of people are drawn towards them. Not surprising at all, because this is the kind of individual you will want to have in your life. Their presence is a blessing. Their presence truly makes a difference. And a lot of people I'm hearing are very grateful for having them. Wow. Pile 3. This is incredible. The person you're connecting with here truly, as I said, is a gem. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Now, the next thing, my dear pile 3, I would like to look into is, what will you love about them? What will you love about your future spouse? For that, I would like to use oracle cards today only, and let's get you guys 4 or 5 cards. Let's see how many want to come out. For my beautiful pile 3, what will you love about your future spouse? Let's see, let's see. What will you love about them? The first card, wow, we have Spirit Guide. What a card. Actually, I would like to immediately say something. With the Spirit Guide card being here, I'm getting quite a lot of messages. First of all, my dear, I feel like this is someone also with the Hierophant, now that I think about it, by the way. There is a connection here. I feel like your future spouse is someone who may guide other people, or like people go to for guidance. This is someone, once again, like they are very creative, right? At the same time, they have a mind that is great when it comes to coming up with solutions. And in addition to that, they're also someone who is very knowledgeable. And I feel like people see this person as someone who gives great advice. It could also be connected to maybe this person being very experienced in certain areas of life, and therefore people approach them. But even if we just look at the incredible mind that they have, this is someone who comes up with a lot of great guidance. And people know that, people have seen it, and people always love to connect with this person. Another message I'm receiving here for you guys is, I talked about the fact that this person is very intuitive, or they have this intuitive knowing, whether they know it or not. Another thing I'm getting is that there is a lot of insights coming towards them through their intuition from their spirit guides. This person definitely have some, yeah, I'm hearing has some strong spirit guides that are also guiding them and protecting them and supporting them on this journey. And whether they know it or not, but yeah, they have a lot of energies on their side, that's for sure. If this person would meditate, I don't know if they do or not, because I'm not receiving this message, but if they do, then there is a lot of message, like a lot of messages they receive from their spirit guides through that. Meditation is coming through here very strongly. I'm hearing in silence they will find the answers. Interesting. Wow. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Another card, wow, truth. A lot of powerful cards. Yeah, this is a truth seeker. Definitely. Someone who also is very curious, I feel like, and needs to explore, needs to see, needs to wonder. They have to, like, they need to allow their mind to wander in their imagination, because this is someone who they will come up with so many incredible things, my dear. And also with the truth card being here, I feel like this individual, they appreciate honesty a lot. They may absolutely not like lying. This may rub them the wrong way. So for them, in order to create great connections, it is important to not only have great communication, but also to be honest with each other. So this could be something important. And yes, I feel like lying could be a deal breaker for them. All right, and we have transformation. I don't feel like this person is scared of transformation or changes. I feel like this is someone who actually understands that life comes in different circles and, excuse me, cycles. In different cycles, and changes are part of that. We see that in nature, and we can also see this within ourselves, that sometimes certain changes and transformations are necessary for us to go to the next level, or to move towards the kind of person we want to be, or to move towards the kind of life we want to have. So this is someone who's definitely inviting change and transformation into their life. And this is something, my dear pile 3, you will love about them. You will love that this person, especially if some of you guys may sometimes struggle with that. If you're someone who struggles a little bit with changes and all, then what I feel like is you will love how they invite it into their life and how adaptable they are to it. Truly, the butterfly in here is, this beautiful symbol of rebirth, and there is so much beauty in rebirth. And this is something that they will show you if you are having a hard time with transformation. And by the way, you guys, another thing I would like to say, you will love seeing, okay, I feel like you guys, you are very connected. You yourself, you could be very intuitive, and you could also be someone who has, spirit guides, and you understand the spiritual element of your life. And even if this person, my dear, is not spiritual, even if they don't even see that they have spirit guides, you will see it. You will see that this person is guided and that they have a great connection with their energies, and you will love that about them. Even if they don't see it, you will see it. This is something I'm getting very, very strongly coming through. And another thing, I spoke about the truth card, right? I really feel like you could be someone a little bit similar. You could also be someone who doesn't like liars, or you could also be someone who likes to seek the truth and things. And if this is the case, then on that level, I feel like you will, find a great match here. That's for sure. One card fell. Look at that. And we have animals. Yeah. Didn't I say this already? I really feel like this person, they either have a animal in their life that they have a strong connection with, or just generally speaking, this could be someone who feels very, very connected to animals. And sometimes you may even witness that. You may have a person and different animals just gravitate towards them or feel very attracted towards their energy. This is the kind of thing, circumstance I also see in here. Yeah, it's kind of like animals can see this person's aura, their energy, their soul, and yeah, it's definitely a very kind and very loving aura and energy that this person is spreading. No wonder animals feel attracted towards that, and you will love it. Maybe you're also someone who loves animals, or you definitely at least gonna love seeing this firsthand, how this person interacts with animals and the kind of connections and bonds they're capable to create with, yeah, innocent beings. I'm also hearing children, by the way. Yeah, I heard children, so this could also be with children the same thing. And you may love this. You may also love seeing how beautiful this person interacts with children as well. This is someone who's great with like innocent things, whether they're like animals or children. Yeah, that's something I'm getting very strongly here. All right, my dear. Now I would like to look into your guys' relationship and yeah, let's see what do you need to know about that. For that, my dear, I would like to use some tarot cards. So let's dive into the next question. What do you need to know about the relationship with your future spouse? Let's see. For my beautiful pile 3, the relationship with your future spouse. The first card we have is the 6 of Swords. Let's continue. We have the 9 of Cups. The 6 of Wands. The 4 of Swords. 3 of Wands. The Knight of Wands. The card fell, 1 second. The 3 of Pentacles. And we have the Moon card here. At the back of the deck, my dear, we have the 2 of Wands. All right, so my dear pile 3, what do you need to know about your relationship with your future spouse? The first thing, my dear, I would like to say is this is gonna be a very fun relationship in the sense that I see you guys traveling a lot. I see you guys doing a lot of things together, a lot of activities. It seems like very active, and but not completely, okay? Because I'm also getting another message, but first I want to stay with this message. So as I said, it feels like you guys are gonna see a lot, do a lot, emerge into a lot of different things. So I feel like you're gonna do a lot of new things for the very first time in this relationship, which is gonna be very exciting for you for sure. So, for example, let's just say you're gonna go to certain new restaurants from like food around the world that you've never tasted before. You're gonna go to those places with your future spouse, and it's gonna be very exciting because maybe for the very first time, you're going to eat food from a certain country, and it's going to be so delicious, and it's going to be so exciting to do so. And of course, the food is just an example. It could even be certain activities that you have never done. Let's just say, okay, this is so random. Let's just say playing golf or going surfing. Like so many different things that maybe you've never done. And I see that with your future spouse, you guys will actually emerge into a lot of different activities that are gonna be so fun. And I'm also hearing very, very adventurous, by the way. I also feel like this element of traveling is being emphasized here a lot. So For some of you guys, you may travel to places that, yeah, you've never been to, or maybe to places you always wanted to go to. This is also very exciting. Yeah, I can literally feel it, you guys. And it's kind of like your world is expanding. Through all those experiences, through this relationship, your world will expand in a very, I'm hearing comfortable way. So it's not like your future spouse is gonna, force you to do something that you don't want, do certain activities, or eat certain food that you don't like. No, not like in a pushy kind of way, but a very like curious way, I see you wanting to do those things. I see you enjoying these things. I see you liking expanding your horizon, expanding your experiencing I can't talk, your experiences like that. So this is something you're gonna welcome very, very much, and it's also gonna bring you and your future spouse closer together. This is the kind of relationships that are not boring at all. Like, no, not at all. In fact, I feel like this relationship is gonna maybe be the most exciting one you've ever been in. Especially if the old ones were a little bit like mundane. If, of course, you've had past relationships in general, then this feels like a firework in comparison to like mundane energy. This is how I would describe it the best. And another thing I would like to say, and this is so interesting, this is actually a message coming through from your spirit guides. This is definitely for someone. What I'm hearing is don't be stressed out or don't worry too much about how you guys are gonna meet. This is for those of you guys who haven't met this person yet. Your spirit guides want you to know that it's okay. You don't have to know everything, okay? You don't need to stress about it. You just focus on yourself. You just focus on, living the life that you want. And I'm hearing we will deliver. Interesting. So, this is definitely divinely guided. So, your future spouse and you, both of you guys, your spirit guides are definitely playing a role in here. And your spirit guides want you to know that they will guide you towards this person. You don't have to worry too much about that because I feel like for some of you guys, maybe you do. So let loose, breathe and just focus on yourself because the universe, the energies, your spirit guides, they are also playing a part in here and they will show you the way. I'm hearing they will show you the way. And you will not be able to miss it, so don't worry about it. I feel like there are aspects about this relationship that you have manifested. Maybe I've been talking about certain things and you listened to it and you were just like, wow, yeah, this is exactly what I'm trying to manifest. Because that's what I'm getting. I feel like you guys, when it comes to the relationship specifically, the kind of relationship, the dynamic, how you guys interact within it, you have attracted this towards yourself. You have focused on what you wanted and you successfully brought it in. Very nice. You are a great manifester, my dear pile 3, okay? So keep going. Whatever it may be, definitely believe in yourself and believe in your abilities and stay focused. Stay focused when it comes to your energy because you are someone who can definitely manifest a lot of great things. That's something I'm getting so strongly coming through for you guys. I'm even hearing you are capable of manifesting things that no one around you have even dreamed of. So, for example, in comparison to the people around you, whether they're friends, family, colleagues, whatever, you may be the one person out of all of them that will manifest great, great things. Maybe you will be the first one in your family to manifest a certain thing you're desiring, or to have something, to achieve something, to become a certain way, whatever it may be, because of course it is something very, very personal when it comes to what we want and what we are manifesting. But what I'm seeing is that you will stand out with your success. Believe in yourself, believe in your vision. It's just all you. You're gonna be the only one making those things come true. So it's kind of like the universe is encouraging you a little bit to keep putting, energy into what's important to you. I know it has nothing to do with the actual reading here, but still, your spirit guides are crashing this reading, that's for sure. And for them, it is so, so important to share this with you, to let you know how capable you are, how much potential you have, and how much of a great manifester you are. So don't allow others to put you down, because you definitely have a lot to share with the world here, that's for sure. Another thing I would like to share about your guys' relationship is, if some of you guys are watching this and you would like to have children, I see this for someone, all right? This is the kind of relationship, and this is so interesting because I get this message every now and then, and maybe you have received this message before, but I had to remember this. But I really feel like this is the kind of relationships, my dear pile 3, which are very, very fruitful, very fertile. Whether it's you guys wanting to have children, whether it's you guys wanting to start a business together, start a project together, create something together, there is a lot of potential in this. There is love potential in both of you guys coming together. And honestly, it feels like the universe, your spirit guides are encouraging this so, so much. Believe in yourself. I feel like someone watching this needs to believe in themselves more, because they don't even know how much potential they truly have. Even if you think you do, no, you don't know. You don't know the capacity of how much potential you have, my dear. I'm hearing if only you knew. Another thing I would like to share here regarding this relationship is the passion. Okay, the passion, the chemistry. You and your future spouse, you are very compatible regarding that, okay? Intimacy wise and all, I see a lot happening here. And yeah, you guys, just so you know, great chemistry, that's for sure. And it's something that both of you guys will see like pretty early on. Both of you guys will feel how great your guys' chemistry works, like how you guys interact with each other, how I'm hearing complimenting you guys are to each other, and other people will see that as well. And intimacy wise, it will definitely also be a very interesting and exciting experience, that's for sure. Something I'm getting. Your future spouse, another thing I would like to share about them. Your future spouse, my dear, is someone who is very passionate. They are a very passionate lover. They like to um, take a lot of action in their relationship, or even when we talk about intimacy, if you know what I mean. And this passion that they have is so beautiful, because I feel like for some of you guys, maybe you have never experienced this amount of like passion being thrown at you or being given to you, or maybe you have never experienced this kind of passion ever in a relationship before, and it is very nice to experience this for a very like for the very first time. And another thing, this person could be very, very romantic. That's another thing I want to share with you guys. So if you are romantic yourself, if you like to do romantic things or have a partner who is romantic, then it's definitely a great match in here. I feel like your future spouse's love language, one of them is gonna be, I don't know if this is a love language or if there is a certain word for this. If there is, please let me know. But what I heard was making you feel appreciated and special. They always like to show you how much they, okay, it could be acts of service. However, I feel like it is more so than that. Like, it is much more than that. They love to make you feel good. It's about what emotions they can bring out within you. What makes them happy is seeing you happy. This is their love language. They always want to make sure you feel good, you feel safe, you feel appreciated, you feel loved. This is how they like to express their love, through making you feel good. This is so interesting. Wow, I feel like for you guys, my dear, we're getting a lot of insights regarding the relationship. For example, in Pal 2, we didn't get that much, but with you guys, we're definitely getting a lot. This is also the kind of relationship which can be very, very successful. Of course, at the end of the day, you and this person, both of you guys have free will. But if we look into the potential of this relationship, this can be like a lifelong relationship. Yeah, this can be a very, very, I'm hearing specific, like a successful relationship, even. This person, your future spouse, is not entering this relationship just because they want to have a relationship, but they're coming into the space because they want to have a successful and harmonious union with someone. And you're going to see that in them. You're going to see the effort. Another thing, both of you guys are going to work great with each other. If you ever work together, my dear, for example, not for everyone, of course, but if for some of you guys, let's just say you happen to work with this person, or if not, maybe one day you choose to have your own business, whatever it may be, you guys, it works out. Sometimes couples can work together, sometimes they can't, but I see with you guys there is a lot of potential. You guys can make things work out great for each other and for yourselves as well. Another thing, my dear pile 3, if you remember in the beginning, I said that this is the kind of relationship which seems very active, but at the same time, I'm also getting another message, which I will go to later. Now is later. So, as I said, yes, I feel like you guys are gonna explore a lot. Yes, you're gonna leave your comfort zone, expand your horizon. You're gonna see and taste a lot of different things, explore a lot of things. But at the same time, you have your safe space with your future spouse. At the same time, you know, after exploring and experiencing all these exciting things, you know that this relationship is also your peace. You know that this relationship is also, I'm hearing, your safe space. So we have two things in here. We have, on one hand, this excitement for exploring, and on the other hand, we have the peace and rest and this yeah, harmonious space in a relationship, which honestly, this is so important to have both, right? When you have a partner who you can have a lot of fun with, but at the same time, um, you can also have a silence and peace with. This is great because, I mean, both, like, best of both worlds, right? And this is what I'm seeing here as well. I also feel like this relationship is going to encourage you a lot to check yourself, look out for yourself, take good care of yourself, nurture yourself. It's kind of like the love you're receiving from your future spouse is gonna inspire you to give extra love towards yourself. Okay, another message, my dear, I'm receiving, and this is a very interesting message because I have received this message before. Maybe a little bit long time ago, but still, I remember this. And it's that you may sometimes want to know a lot of different things about, your future spouse, about like different things. But I feel like sometimes your spirit guides are holding certain information away from you. Not because they want to annoy you or they want to mess with you, but because honestly, they sometimes know better. They sometimes see things from a higher perspective, and they may know that certain information, being exposed to you maybe too soon, or maybe it's not the best thing for your own good, for your own growth, and all. So sometimes our spirit guides may actually hold certain information back from us because it is in our best interest. And this is a message I'm receiving here as well. So, my dear pal 3, if you feel like you sometimes don't get as many insights about this relationship, about your future spouse, even when it comes to other areas of your life, okay? It's not only about your love life. But if you feel like sometimes your spirit guides, the energies are holding a little bit back, then let me tell you, they're doing this for a reason and they're doing it for your own good. Because honestly, if we know everything, where's the fun? Where's the surprise? Where's the excitement? Sometimes it is better to not know everything because then we don't have any room for surprises coming our way, right? And this is something your spirit guides are encouraging. So, yeah, just so you know, if at times you feel like you're not receiving many messages, it is because something good is coming towards you and they want to surprise you with that, okay? All right, my dear. Now, I would like to start with your candle wax reading. However, I need to get you your bowl and also your candles, so I will be back in a second. Hey, pal 3, I'm back and I have your candle bowl right here, and of course, your candle. So let's start, my dear. Let me light up your candle for you guys, and then let's see what extra messages do we have for you regarding you and your future spouse. Any messages, my dear, are welcomed, whatever you need to know. So let's see for my beautiful pile 3. Okay, the first thing, my dear pal 3, I would like to say is I'm getting very strongly that someone has been single for quite a long time. Now, I'm not getting whether it's you or them, but someone in this energy, you will know whether it's you or them. If it's not you, it's gonna be them. Definitely single for a very long time, but it doesn't, let me see. But it feels like someone who has been waiting for maybe the right person to come in, or maybe they didn't want to get into other relationships because they're waiting for their person. But someone has been very patient, that's for sure. Very, very patient. One thing that I'm getting here is okay, that's interesting. This feels like a extra message regarding your relationship, but one thing you should know about your future spouse is if you're someone who feels maybe down at times or maybe you're sad, your future spouse is really going to take this role on to to make you feel better. I feel like your future spouse is really good at uplifting people. So if someone has, let's just say, a bad day, or if you're watching this and let's just say sometimes you feel a little bit down, they will know what to do to uplift you, my dear. And I feel like it is very specific, like for you. This person knows what makes you happy. They will know how to make you feel better. It's kind of like, I'm hearing they can make you forget about your problems or about your worries, you know? And speaking of worries, this is definitely the kind of person who would want to put them on themselves so you don't worry so much, you know? So there is definitely some selflessness coming from them. It's kind of like they would rather be the one carrying all the burden than you being the one worrying about it, you know? This is the kind of individual. So, yeah, maybe you will have to speak with them about it, that as kind as this is, but still, you know, they also have to think about themselves, and they also have to make sure that they're not the one who, you know, takes on all the problem and burden energy, right? But this is someone who wants to make sure that their loved ones are taken care of and that their loved ones do good, even if it means that maybe they come short. This is the kind of individual. So, yeah, maybe you will have to speak with them about that. Another thing, my dear pile 3, I'm getting the masculine and feminine energy coming through. So, what I'm getting is one of you guys is definitely coming forward as the divine masculine, and one of you guys is coming forward as the divine feminine. Now, this is not gender wise, this is energy wise. Because I have to say it the way it's coming through. This, yeah, this is a spiritual connection, my dear. This is a spiritual connection. Wow. I'm getting in particular soulmate energy coming through. Maybe you already know it. Maybe you can already feel it. Okay, I'm receiving a message. This is the kind of relationship which will make you understand what real love is. Now, there are a lot of different. Yeah, okay. In the world we're living in, my dear, people talk about all kinds of different love, right? Like they tell each other they love each other, but like the next day they may break up and never talk to each other. Like we have so many different examples of people who always put the word love into their mouth, but do they really know what love is? Like so many, like what I'm trying to say is love is a word which is being thrown like around so easily, so easily. And it's almost like because it's being thrown around so easily, the meaning is getting, yeah, is being lost. If you I hope, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm having a little bit of a hard time explaining this. I don't know why, but what I'm trying to say is if something is being thrown away or thrown around so easily, the original meaning may be lost. What love really means. And this is the kind of relationship, my dear pile 3, in which you're gonna explore what love truly is. So, for example, maybe in the past you thought, okay, this ex, for example, you thought you loved them, But being in this relationship with your future spouse, in which you're gonna experience a complete different type of love, you're gonna see this is real love. Maybe the others were attraction, or you were in love with the idea of being in love, you know? But this is something else. This is you experiencing what love really is. And I feel like a lot of confusion that you may have had surrounding this emotion is gonna, yeah, you're gonna understand it way better. I'm getting here. Yeah, because real love, my dear, is it's something very sacred. It's something even spiritual, perhaps. It's something very, very intense, even. And people do all kinds of different things, right? They say they love each other, but then they cheat on each other, or they do 1,000 different things, and that's not love. And I feel like in this relationship, you're gonna understand the difference. Yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to say, but I don't know why this message was so difficult for me to explain. Maybe someone, yeah, I feel like a confusion. It seems like while I was like explaining this, I was confusing myself as well. I don't know if someone is watching this and maybe they are all, yeah, they are exactly that. They're confused when it comes to love because of like toxic experiences they've made or things they've seen. It just feels like there is so much more to love than maybe you have seen. Or maybe in the past, people have shown an example of love which was absolutely not love, but they have labeled it as so. And maybe it was even very, very toxic or unhealthy. And it's kind of like it may have left you very confused. And this confusion has come forward definitely while I was trying to explain this. This is the kind of relationship which will open yourself up to, I'm hearing your heart center. It will open your eyes to things you have, I'm hearing you did not understand till you were in this relationship. So this is so interesting. I feel like this is the kind of relationship, my dear pal 3, in which you will learn a lot about yourself. You will definitely learn a lot about love, and of course also about this person. This is a very significant person. I'm not just saying this because they're your future spouse, but I truly mean it. This relationship is going to be very significant, and this person is going to be very significant for you, and even for your spiritual growth, my dear. All the confusion you have had towards relationships, towards love, what love truly means, and all that, you will gain clarity through this. Because you and this person, you are setting an example of what true healthy love looks like. What being compassionate towards each other looks like. What being grateful for each other looks like. This will be the most significant relationship of your life. This is something I'm receiving so, so strongly. And maybe that's also why it may feel a little bit intense in the beginning. You may feel overwhelmed a little bit. Yeah. A little bit overwhelmed. Oh my goodness, this is very interesting. It doesn't want to turn off. My dear pal 3, this is all I have for you guys for today. This was a very, very long reading. I hope, my dear, you enjoyed it and you have received the messages that were meant for you. As always, my dear, if you haven't, I also invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you do, don't forget to hit the bell because otherwise you may not get notified when I upload and you pick a card or candle wax reading. And my dear, as always, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal 3, take care, my dear.